From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's Morning Crypto here on LALATE. In this recording, we go over the top crypto investments of 2021, May 2021. We go over the top coins for you to invest in and get major returns. We'll check back on those coins which I recommended on Wednesday, which had gone through the roof in just 48 hours. And we'll see what they're doing today. We'll be looking at the markets. I'm live on air. Last night we looked at Aave, and we looked at Polygon, and we looked at KUSAMA, and we looked at CARDANO. They had remained my pick since Wednesday, and viewers were up a lot of money. Up 35%, 34%, up 19%, and up 52% because of my recommendations. But with Saturday as being a down day and Sunday being relatively quiet, what should you expect across the board? We'll also look at other picks early in the week like Hedera, and we'll look at other picks like KUSAMA and Shiba, which was among the picks early in the week, but we'll see what's going on with those. And we'll also be looking back at the picks from earlier at that time where we looked at a series of other coins that were making big moves. This is a big morning's broadcast, and I'm very excited you're here. We'll be checking back on those other coins. Thank you for joining me. This is Morning's Crypto. If you're new to this channel, we do it live in the morning, taped in the afternoon, and then a 9-hour show overnight. Thank you for that, joining me on that 9-hour show overnight. It absolutely broke all records on this channel. That was Doge live chart overnight with an interactive chat. People jumping in the chat. In this recording, I'm going to make it clear, easy, and breezy, and very introductory. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, don't know where to buy it, don't know how to buy it, don't know which coins to buy, don't know how to look at a chart, I'm going to answer all of that. Also, I'm going to go over how to predict when and where to get in and where and when to get out, how to have approaches, and how to make it very simple. And let's start with this. When understanding cryptocurrency, it's important to remember that cryptocurrency trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so it's important for you to understand that when considering cryptocurrency, you need to buy it at the right time and the right place. Next, you need to know that when buying a coin, you want to buy a coin that fits where you want to go. There are different types of approaches for investing. Do you want to go in and get a 20% return on your money and get out in just a few days? Do you want to go in and get 3 times your money, 300%, and be in there for 2 weeks? And do you want a relatively stable coin, or do you want a coin that has a lot of fluctuations that may give bigger returns, but also may give you a little bit of tummy turns around the corner? Here's what I recommend to viewers across the board. I recommend the following approach when investing in coins, and so far it's worked. The approach is the following. Choose a coin that is generally flat or up. I don't like volatile coins. Why? Because there's enough coins that are always up. What is up? Meaning the price goes up. Meaning you buy it at a particular price, and the next day you've made money. And the day after that, you made money. Next, I'm not here to be fans of coins. And in the digital era, there's a lot of people who just want to be cheerleaders of coins. I don't want to be a cheerleader of coin. I want to be a cheerleader of getting money in the bank. So if I get into a position, I want to immediately have a profit on the day one. I want the coin to go right up, and I want the coin to stay up and continue to go up. Here's an example. Shiba has had a lot of problems, and a lot of people love Shiba, and they think the coin is a winner long term. But that's not my investing approach. My investing approach is getting in and going up. And here's an example. A person who got into Shiba a few days ago has seen their investment lose value because it's gone down, gone down, gone down. And during that same time, someone else has gone into another coin, like a Cardano, and seen it gone up, and gone up. And so why should the mindset be, I want to be a fan of Shiba? You can be a fan of anything you want, but not for me. I want to be a fan of something that makes me money day after day. Then people have asked me, how do I look at a chart and how do I choose which coin to get? Ultimately, this is what you should do. Listen to my recordings, take the series of coins that I recommend for you, and then go to coinmarketcap.com, which I'm going to detail throughout this video, and then take a look for it yourself and make your determination. In the last 3 days, we've had a couple of viewers buy Polygon based on my recommendation, and then a few also buy Cardano based on my recommendation. And they've done very, very well. And with that, let's look at my top picks and see where they are today and also where the markets are as well. Going into this morning's Sunday recording, I told you yesterday, Saturday, that we've seen over the last 2 weeks the following trends on prices over the weekends. We see where coins go up very, very severely, straight up. Early Mondays on the West Coast, and then by noontime, they start to flatten out, and then by Saturday noontime to Sunday evening, they go down. So does that mean it's a good time to buy on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening? Absolutely. Absolutely. Does it mean it's a good time to sell on a Saturday morning? Yes. I know a lot of people who have sold on Saturday mornings, and no one has seen those price levels that high until the week thereafter. So understand, if you want to buy, I would not buy on a Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. That's potentially going to be a high end for you. The best time to potentially buy over the last 2 weeks has been a Sunday evening or late Sunday. And with that, let's start with the markets before we jump into the coins. What are the markets doing this morning? Well, if you go to coinmarketcap.com, the entire market is down 1.52% this morning, which is interesting because if you're watching yesterday, in the morning the market was relatively flat, up a few percent, and then by noontime, when I told you things were going up, it was up a lot. It was up average of 9%. So with that, let's start with my picks and where they were last night. Now, these graphics were graphics made yesterday. And so let's look at these graphics from yesterday. I recommended Polygon, which on Wednesday was at $1.12, and yesterday was $1.70. Later in the day, it went up even higher. At that point, people had made 52% return their money. I had a few viewers get in on Wednesday, and so they were already looking at 52% return their money. My price target on Polygon, $3. I'll go over where to get that in a second, where to buy it. Aave. My price target on Aave, 7-day price target, 700. On Wednesday, I recommended 516. Yesterday, Saturday, it went to 610. It was up 19%. We'll see where it is in a second. And then KUSAMA was my pick as well. I predicted on Wednesday as a good buy at 450. Then Saturday, it went to 604, up 34% return your money. On my price target is 700. And then Cardano, I recommended on Wednesday when it was 168. On Saturday, it was 228. It was up 35%. My price target is $3. And with that, let's see what's going on and where they are right now. Let's start with Cardano, which is number 4 on market capitalization. What is market capitalization? It means how many people are invested in the coin. So for example, Ford Motor Corporation is bigger than the mom and pop store on the corner. There's more money in Ford Motor Corporation. So market capitalization, Cardano is number 4. Where's Cardano this morning? This morning, as of 10:20 a.m., it is down for the day, 2%, but it's at $2.17. Very interesting. Now, what I'm going to be doing differently this morning that I haven't done before is I'm going to show you where it was since Saturday, because Cardano, I believe, went even higher throughout overnight, and today it's down a little bit. So let's look at Cardano's last 1 hour chart. Cardano was as high as, reached a peak of 246. Reached a peak of 246 Saturday. So you see that I predicted a 160. I said go buy it at 168 on Wednesday. Then on Saturday in the morning, it was 228. It went all the way up to 243 early Saturday, where I tell you things get very, very high. And then since then, it has gone straight down. Now, here's a very interesting part. I wish I could show you the chart on Cardano. But on Cardano, the chart right now shows a free fall going straight down in the last hour. It went from 220 and it is now sinking down to 215 in less than an hour. So a major dramatic move down. Buying opportunity, potentially. What should you know? This is what I want you to think about when considering any purchases in the next 24 hours. When buying a coin, you want to look the following way. First, you want to decide which coin you're going to get. So you listen to my advice. You choose. You take the 4 or 5 or 6 coins that I'm covering. You say, I like this one. Let me go look at the chart. Viewers have asked me, which chart should you look at? You should first look at 3 months, then 1 month, then 1 week, then 1 day. And when you're ready to buy it, if you're deciding that's the coin to buy, you want to look at the 1 day. Why? Because you want to buy it at the best rate it's been over the last 24 hours. Now, if you are going to be a little bit more aggressive, because some people are aggressive, you may look at it the 7 day and say, I think it's going to get a little bit cheaper. I think it's going to go down more. So you can look out a little bit longer. And in the case of Cardano, that's a great example. Cardano had a lot of social media push on Friday, a lot of social media push on Saturday. It was trending. It was trending on Twitter. Today, it's on free fall. So today, it is down. It is falling very severely in the last hour. Will it go back down now to Friday's levels? Friday was $2. So it could potentially drop 20 cents throughout the day. If you bought it at $2, you're getting a great price. So it's $2.20 now. If you want to get Cardano, you want to be aggressive, you could wait. Later today, it may drop to $2, and then you may want to pounce. All right, that's Cardano. Now let's look at Aave and some other coins. So let's go back to coin market capitalization and let's see what's going on across the board. Before I get to Aave, let me look at what else is happening with other coins today, because we'll go down the list on market capitalization, and when we get to Aave, we'll jump into it. So across the board today, Doge is popping a little bit. It's up a point and a half. It's up 1.79%. It's still down 3% for the week. So Dogecoin, how low has Doge gotten? If you are interested in Dogecoin, how low has it gotten? It got as low as 49 cents on Saturday. Where is it right now? It's in a fall like Cardano right now, and it's at 50.503. So it's in a fall. So if you like a Doge, I would not be buying it right now. I would wait later today because it is falling. It is falling. So be aggressive on your purchase. There's Polkadot, number 8 on market capitalization. It was up the last few days. It is down 8% today. Let's pull out further. Uniswap, number 11 on market capitalization. It was up the last few days. It is down 3% today as well. So now that we're almost at number 10 on market capitalization, are any coins up 1 day and 7 day on market capitalization, on top 10 market capitalization? No. So it's a tough day. It's a tough morning. There's not a single coin that is up both the 7 day and the 1 day on the top 10 market capitalization. So let's pull out further into the top 15. And there comes Stellar. Stellar just continues to be stellar. Stellar was one of my very first picks of this channel back on Tuesday last week. And Stellar, let's look at where Stellar was on my list. There it was. When we started this channel coverage of crypto, I recommended Stellar, Nervos, and Stratis on the very first day. And Stellar has continued to be a coin that just goes up a little bit every day. What is it today? Up 4%, up 14.46% for the 7 day, meaning that it's a coin that is up both for the 7 and the 1 day. And you can't find any other coin doing that right now. So there is Stellar, STLLAR. Let's take a pause for a second and let's go over how to get into coins. The top questions I always get from viewers right off the bat, which is, okay, I got it. I sort of like that coin. I want to buy it. Where do I buy it? How do I buy it? Where do I get these coins? What do I do? Here's what you need to know. I call it tier 1 companies, tier 2 companies, and tier 3 companies. If you were going to go buy some tennis shoes and they were made by, let's say, Vans or K-Swiss, you could probably find them at Macy's, Nordstrom's, almost every department store. But if you wanted to find some very rare color Jordans, you may not find it anywhere. So something that, in the case of coins, they're much the same. Some coins are available to buy on all different platforms, and then other coins are very hard to purchase. So how do I separate them? Tier 1 coins I call as coins that are available on all the major platforms. And which of the coins which I detail on this channel are available on all the major platforms? Generally, Polygon. Then we have sometimes Cardano. Then we have tier 2 coins, coins that are not on all major platforms, but are trying to get to them. They're sort of in that middle range where there are some platforms, but not a lot of others. And then we have tier 3 that are coins literally very hard to get. Let me explain the type of platforms and which platforms I recommend. So in tier 1, you have Robinhood, you have Gemini, you have Webull, and you have Coinbase. Which do I recommend for tier 1? I recommend Gemini and I recommend Coinbase. Why? Because they're both regulated in all major states. I prefer a company that's regulated. I just do. Gemini, you can get interest on your position. Now, here's what you need to know. And yeah, it's frustrating. You'll go to Gemini and try to buy Cardano. You can't. And you'll go to Coinbase and buy another one that you would think would be everywhere, and you can't. So for some reason, certain particular coins like Cardano, which is top 10 market capitalization, is not on Gemini. That situation is not going to be going on forever. It's just going to be going on probably for the next few weeks, and they're going to get this fixed. All of the companies are talking about. All right, let's go to tier 2. Crypto.com is a tier 2 type company to buy coins like a Shiba. So a Shiba is not on a Coinbase. It's not on a it is not on a Gemini. So where would you get it? Crypto.com. Is there anything different on signing up for a Crypto.com than a Gemini? No. So how do you do it? Some of them you can do it on the computer. Some of them you have to do it on the phone. In the case of Gemini, you can do it on the computer, but they still link it to the phone. So in the case of Crypto.com, they want you to do it on the phone with an app. So what do you need to do to open these accounts? Very, very simple. They're going to ask your name, your social security number, and then they're going to ask for the phone to take a picture of the front and back of your driver's license. And then they're going to want to link a bank account to receive the funds. This is where some of the companies differ. And this is where I'm going a little bit more detail than a normal YouTube channel would. Some of the platforms require the account that you're linking it to be only a checking or savings account. Some allow you to do a Visa card to take the money off your Visa card. And then some are very, very analytical about, we don't want this type of checking account, we want that type of checking account. So you will encounter it while you're going through the process. One of the most important things to do is that when you're doing the scanning of the driver's license, make sure there's no reflection, because these apps, and they do use different apps for the identification of the face, sometimes if there's any blur, it just makes the process impossible. Crypto.com is very finicky on trying to recognize the blur of taking the picture. And there you go. That is where you buy them. So then once you have the app or the computer system ready to go on your computer, then how much money you have to invest. Some platforms, it's as low as $1. Other platforms are as little as $20. So Gemini starts at about $20. Webull, I think, is at $1. And Robinhood, no transactional costs. Some have small transactional costs. And there you go. Viewers that ask me very simple questions. Can you buy at any time? Yes. Here is another thing that I don't particularly like. And this is my opinion coming from a person with stock trading background, is that in the stock trading world, sometimes on platforms you can say, I want to buy Cardano at exactly this price. And so you tell the computer, I want to buy Cardano at this price. So you don't have to sit there and press the button when it hits that price. These platforms, a lot of these platforms don't have that. You have to just literally sit at the computer and hit it at that price. So if you're really greedy on a price, which I'm often am, you can't tell the computer or the application to grab it at that price for some of the platforms. You have to literally watch it and then buy it. And there you go. Now you know how to buy the coins. So let's go back into the coins and what's going on and where they're moving this morning. Let's continue down coin market capitalization and see after Stellar, which is having a great day. And there's Solana. Solana, which is Solana, was one of the coins I've been detailing on this channel for several days. It just continues to have a beautiful chart. I've never ran a complete recommendation on Solana, but I continue to report that it just does well day after day. It is up 15% today and 3%, which is incredible in a day in which the market is down. Solana is just up again. Boy, I want you to look at this chart when you have a time. Yeah, it is downtrending like everyone else today, but its one-day chart is beautiful. Its 7-day chart shows a very, very steep nosedive in the last 2 hours. Boy, I tell you, it's these Saturday and Sundays. They go up on Saturday and they just go right down. Which brings us to Polygon. And you're expecting what I'm about to say as well. Is Polygon down today? It is down today. It had a very nice ride, and now it's pulling back some profit taking across the board. So let's look at the 7-day chart and the 1-day chart. So Polygon right now is $1.58. It's down 12% for the day, up 62%. So let's look at where it was when I recommended it. So I recommended on Wednesday. This is why buying coins at a particular time is critical. Not just buying it at any time. You have to buy things at the right time, not just any time. So when I recommend on Wednesday, it was 112. Yesterday, it went to 170 in the morning. Let's see how high Polygon eventually went yesterday. Polygon went as high as 180 yesterday, which is incredible return. That would be almost 60% return your money in 48 hours since I recommended it. Where is it right now? Polygon right now is at 158. So Polygon is still up nicely, probably up about 30% from where I recommended it at. So there you go. There's EOS, which we've detailed a lot on this channel, usually up on both 7-day and 1-day. It is now down for the day, flat for the 7-day. Let's pull out further. And then we get to Aave. So Aave, let's see what's Aave doing. This is one of my picks on Thursday, and we stayed with it yesterday. Aave on Wednesday was 51. Yesterday, it went to 610 and then pulled back a little bit. My prediction on Aave for 7 days is 700. So where's Aave right now? So Aave is 498. So Aave has taken a big hit. So Aave has taken a big hit yesterday. Let's pull out the chart and see what happened to Aave since yesterday. This is why pricing a coin is critical. So Aave went as high as 610 yesterday. And what happened since it went to 610? Let's look. So how high did Aave go yesterday? All the way to 610, and it's just downtreaded consistently. It's at 498, showing no resistance level. So not a coin I would buy just yet because it's still down ticking. And then let's pull out a little bit further and see which other coin is next on the list. And you know which it is. Aave is always next to Shiba, and Shiba remains one of those fan coins, I guess I would explain them. They're fan coins where people just like it to be a fan, but not necessarily seeing a return on their money. So this was Aave early in the week. Early in the week, it was up 1,000%, 4% at the day. Here's what Shiba did. Shiba ran last week, no, not last week, the week before the Elon Musk appearance on Saturday Night Live. And then it had its biggest day on Saturday, right before the Elon Musk appearance, because people were getting out of Doge into Shiba, thinking that Shiba was going to be Doge 2.0. It's at that point that Shiba went to 1,000% return in just a few days. What is Shiba's 7-day price movement now? It's up 12% for the 7 days. It is down 4% today. But here's what's important to know is that Shiba, when you look at its chart, is not a particularly good chart. Now, again, this is why people, oh boy, it's just a horrible chart. This is why it's important to understand how things are. In the case of Shiba, you have people who absolutely are major fans of Shiba, like they're major fans of Doge. And they literally will swear on Shiba's feet to take Shiba wherever it's going. I don't do that. I don't do that. If you do that, God bless you, but I don't do that, and I don't recommend my viewers to do that. We are not fans to our death, to our $10 investment goes to $1. No. We want our $10 to go to $20. We don't want to take the ride down to $1 from $10 and say, we're a fan, we believe it, we'll eventually get our money. Why? Here's an example. If you've been investing for a long enough time, there's nothing worse than having a $10 investment go to $1 and be a fan of it while someone else has put their $10 in something else and now it's $30. But I'm a fan of my thing. It's at $1, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be bigger than you. While that other person's $10 has already gone to $30. During that period of time, you could have made $20, but you've been a fan of something else. That's not how I invest. Not how I invest. We are not here to be pom-pom cheerleaders for a particular coin. If the coin's not working, we get out. and we go into something else. And we don't stay there indefinitely hoping it's going to turn around. Ultimately, knowing when something's wrong is also a very important trigger point. If you see a coin downtrending, like Shiba, which is literally downtrended day after day, week after week, you have to understand that at some point, it may not be a coin to stay in. And if you look at the Shiba chart, Shiba has been consistently down since May 10th, which is last Monday. So literally for 6 days, Shiba has downtrended. Is that a coin to go into? Well, if you want a bottom feed and you think you're at the bottom, potentially yes. What is bottom feeding? When you think you're at the very bottom of something and you see it and you think it's going to upturn, then you can bottom feed and think you're going to get it big. But here's what's important to know, and I've had questions about this as well. People have said, what is buying on the dip, and how do you know if you're buying on the dip? It's very easy. Dip means literally a dip. You're like that, and then you dip, and then you go right back up. So here's an example. Something's 200, 200, 200, 300, 350, 320, 340, and then there's a bad day, and it dips down to 240 for 2 hours. You buy it at 240, and it goes right back up, 260, 280, and in 3 days, you're at 320, 340. That was a dip. You bought it when it went down $40 for about 2 hours. That's a dip. Here's not a dip. 220, 260, 280, it's going up 300, and then it goes down 290. It goes down $10. You're like, it's a dip, I'm gonna buy it. And then it goes 260, 240, 220, 210, 200, 190. That was not a dip, that was a slide. You bought on the start of a downhill slide, and you're being slid down to losing value. You're losing your investment. That is not a dip, that's a slide. So that's why in the case of Shiba, some people thought they were buying on a dip when Shiba started to downturn, which we also call downtrend or downtick. And that downtrend continued to downslide. That's why you have to understand when to buy is as critical as what to buy. And let's look out more on the coins that are making news close to Shiba on market capitalization. Huobi token, which I detailed earlier on this channel. Early in the week, Huobi token has had a few days of trouble. So it's down yesterday, it's down today as well. And then we get to KUSAMA. So KUSAMA was one of my picks from Wednesday. Let's see what KUSAMA is doing right now. Remember my picks 2 days ago were Aave, KUSAMA, Cardano, and Polygon. And so far you're up on all of them. Let's see how we're doing on KUSAMA. So KUSAMA, when I recommended, was 450. Yesterday went to 604, which was a 34% rise in your money. And we know the market is downtrending right now, going down. Is KUSAMA doing well? Let's see. So KUSAMA is down 3.8%. That's pretty impressive. In a market that's down, it's not down that much. So what's its price? $547. Ooh, that's good. So we are down about $50, but we're still up $100 from where I told you to buy it. So you're up about, I don't know, about 16, 22%. It is up 23% for the week. Incredible news. That's KUSAMA. And then let's pull out more. Anything else that causes some interest across the board? Hedera. Oh my goodness. So there's Hedera, which did not have a good day yesterday, but it was my recommendation back on Wednesday. On Wednesday, Hedera, or maybe it was Tuesday, Hedera was 33 cents when I told you to consider it. And it had a few bad days. Today, it is up 9% and up 14%. So it's up both on both. So it is now trending back up on the gain. It's relatively flat from where I predicted it. It's at 32 versus 31. And there's Ravane. Ravane remains a coin that is very volatile. I've covered it on this channel. Is it a coin that I would recommend? I don't have the stomach for it. I don't know if you have the stomach for it. Ravane, which is lower on market capitalization, it has big uptrends and big downtrends. So today it's up 4%, it's up 100% for the 7-day. To recap, where are we this morning? Well, all of the 4 coins which I recommended for you are doing relatively well, Aave the least well. Cardano, KUSAMA, and Polygon still look really well. Aave is pulling back and losing a little bit of its gains, so not holding up as well. But what's important to understand is that pricing the market, which refers to when to buy something, is critical. Pricing the market, which means choosing when to buy it, not just buying it because you want to buy it, is critical. So if you like a coin, you need to know when to buy it. How do you know when to buy it? Watch the chart. I want it. Oh, it's $9 today, but it was $8 yesterday. It was $12 a day before. You need to know when to buy it, not be in a rush to buy anything. Never be in a rush to buy anything. If you hear a lot of people talking about, don't rush to buy it because you hear people talking about. Buy it on the cheap. Buy it when it down ticks, not when it slides down. Ultimately, other coins which I detail on this channel today, where can you buy it? Cardano, Coinbase, not on Gemini. KUSAMA crypto, not Cardano, not Gemini, and Aave on Gemini and Coinbase. Very well, easy coin to get across the board. And with that, thank you for joining me on Morning's Crypto. I'll be back with you on this evening's show. Thank you for joining me on overnight's LALATE show as well. That 9-hour Doge chart live show was a major hit overnight. It was fun because a lot of people dropped in and had questions and comments about their coins, and I enjoyed the interactivity with you during that broadcast. I'm next back with you in about 30 minutes with noontime LALATE. So if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But this is LALATE, 400,000 subscribers. Here we go, YouTube record. Let's do it. Only been around 1 year and a few days. Let's get to 400,000 subscribers. Subscribe. The fastest growing crypto channel right now. We're absolutely on fire. So remember, 2 shows per day. The tape show is this evening at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. 2,000 likes. Share the videos on Reddit. Share the videos on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Tell people to come on over. If you have coins you want me to recommend, tell me them as well. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful morning, and stay with LA for more. I'll see you this evening.